In today's Python project, we'll write a program that can identify strings in a list. That said, let's get into it. Now, I want to write a program that can actually select strings from a list. This will help us use the type command and also help us iterate through a list using the for loop. Now, the first thing I would like to do is to create an empty list. I'll call my empty list new list. After which we'll be defining our function. It's mixed. I want to call this mixed list. And it will take items. Mixed list will take items. On this program, this code identifies strings in a list. Now, since item is actually a list, I want to iterate for I in items to help me iterate through items. Now, if my I, what we're actually testing is to test the type of I. So I'll do type I is equals to string because we want to test if it is a string, and I want to append into the new list dot append into I. Now after this, the next thing is to print out my new list. I'm printing out my new list. I want you to observe where I have my new list, where I am printing my new list. I am not printing, look at this, I am not printing my new list immediately under the append. I am taking my print statement to align with my for loop. Let's take some samples and print them. Now the first I want us to print is the first one here, so that if I run my code, be able to print. Here is my result. My code has been able to print the strings in this first list. Let me uncomment the second list and let's print it. Now let me comment, I'll put a comment to the first list. I want it to just print the second, check the second line. Now my code has been able to print the new list. Now let's do that. Let's do the same thing to the third line. I will comment this again. Now my code again has been able to identify strings in this list. The good thing is you can use this to, even if you're looking for integers. If I'm looking for integer, I only change this to int. If I change that to int, let's see what my code would actually print. Now you can see that my code again has been able to get the list of integers. So it just shows that you can use the type command to identify the type of your item. Thank you for staying with us and see you in our next class.